Alright, so I just got done watching this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about it. And to start off the night, we had Seth's faction come out, and once again, for whatever reason, we reintroduced them, even though we already know who they are, and this is like the 5th time we've done it since the faction was created, which I don't know why. But we had Jey Uso challenge Braun Breaker. Now, I think the good thing that we needed here was why Jey Uso is involved in this Fatal 4-Way. It actually gives a reason, more so, and it really builds the storyline for him to be there with CM Punk, LA Knight, and Seth Rollins, and not just, because Jey Uso's main event Jey Uso. He actually has a reason for being in this Fatal 4-Way. But like I said, Braun Breaker and Jey Uso fought the big main event of the night in a pretty okay match. Not the best, nothing to write home about, really. But then we get the Roman Reigns drop. Tribal Chief is back. And Big Bronson Reed comes up, and he, is wearing the Shula Fala and carrying the name the Tribal Thief right now, after he takes Roman Reigns' shoes. And they decide to go ahead and set up the match for Clash in Paris between Roman Reigns and Big Bronson Reed, which I think is a very good idea. I have very little faith that Roman Reigns would lose that fight. I think he's going to take back his shoes and, put Big Bronson Reed in his place, but it gives something Roman to do during Clash of Paris, even if it's not 100% my favorite thing for him to do there. That being said, this is going to do wonders for Big Bronson Reed's character, and I'm very excited for it. However, the biggest news of the night is that Naomi is pregnant with a child between her and Jimmy Uso. And this is, a wonderful thing. It's a great thing. But it leaves a lot of questions because Naomi is now leaving for a few months to go have her kid. What happens to the title? Because originally she was supposed to have a fight between her and Stephanie Valkyrie. What's going to happen between now and then? Are they going to try to fill the void and then Stephanie Valkyrie goes up against whoever holds the title in that moment? Or are they going to just give it to Stephanie Valkyrie and then somebody else faces her in Clash in Paris? I don't really know. It leaves a lot of questions, though, and I'm very curious to see where that goes. If you want to hear more of my thoughts about the WWE, you can always check out our podcast on Sunday.